Hey everyone, picking up where we left off here at Silva Bay on beautiful Gabriel Island. I spent a few days here tied up at Silva Bay Marina, and while I was here I rowed my dinghy over to Saturnina Island, which is part of the Flat Top Islands. This little island has just been purchased to become a new conservation area, which I'm very excited about. Just going for a little evening row out of Silva Bay over to Saturnina Island, which has just newly been protected. So I'm excited to go walk around there, knowing it's not private land anymore. But yeah, it's pretty special that it's protected and it's going to be accessible to everyone now. Lots of those beautiful sandstone formations that's common around this part of the Gulf Islands. Beautiful trees here. I'm not sure what type they are. Maybe juniper? I'll look that up when I get back. Cool little tuft of them. All kinds of birds flying in and around here too. I'm thinking there's some nesting up here. Saw some northern flickers hop up that were sitting on the grass, and some swallows. So there's lots of natural species and plants on this island. Lots of ocean sprays you can see in front of us here. There's also lots of invasives, as is common all around here. That's a holly tree right there. And then just over there on some trees, you can sort of see it there, tree in the middle of the frame. That's English ivy, which will grow up trees and kill them eventually. There's some nice arbutus trees here. So this is all dead mussels. Just heaps and heaps and heaps of them. And they all died, along with a lot of other creatures, from that happened where there was record-breaking heat. The Canadian all-time records were broken, and it happened to coincide with low tides, and all these creatures got baked to death. They couldn't move, they couldn't stand a chance, so just big piles of shells. All kinds of cockles and different things were roasted in the sand too, and no doubt lots of seaweed and stuff. There's Mount Baker in the distance across the strait. There's Vancouver there. The light beacon, if you see it, is Thrasher Rock, North Shore Mountains and the Coast Mountains. I think that's Bath Island next to Saturnina. So the east side of Saturnina Island is really nice sloping, flat kind of rocks you can walk on really nicely, while the west side's a little cliffier, or just kind of little bluffs. A little harder to walk along, but somewhat doable. Really beautiful, super beautiful island. Formation looks kind of like a little toilet. It's funny. Such a beautiful beach of little tiny pebbles. Really pretty. Perfect to land a kayak on. Here's some beautiful blankets of stone crop on the northern side of Saturnina Island, right above the beach. They creep down almost to the high tide line, which would be just a bit further down there. Tough plants. No doubt they get sprayed by salt water during northwesterly gales and high tides. And have to deal with no rain, no watering for months at a time. Sometimes it's been, I think, over a month now since it's rained around here, which is pretty wild. On my way back to Silva Bay, a nice little walk on Saturnina Island. Looking forward to a peaceful night aboard at a dock for once. We don't very often sleep aboard on docks these days. It'll be kind of nice. There'll be no sounds of the chain, probably no halyards, certainly no rocking. Be kind of fun for a change. Pretty cool coming back and exploring this area. I used to explore with my brothers Stephen and Jason on a canoe. We can go all over the place in the summer around here. And now here I am, like 25 years later. I'm already 35. 25 years later, I'm back around here in my little rowboat, my sailboat. On my way from Silva Bay to Nanaimo Harbor. It's a nice southeasterly blowing. It's been blowing all day, and finally I decided to get off the dock and enjoy it. It's supposed to lighten up a little later, so wanted to catch this nice southeast breeze to head to the northwest, up to Nanaimo. Beautiful out here. It says at the weather station that's about 5 miles ahead of me, it's been blowing around 15 to 17 knots. Feels about right. I'm just going on a broad reach right now, and just loving this. It's really nice to be out in the strait. Love it when there's some more waves. No reefs to worry about. There's nothing out here you need to be concerned about between here and Vancouver, really. There's nothing in the lower strait. Pretty nice. Wing-on-wing action here. There's Entrance Island ahead of me. That's Gabriola, Mount Benson, other ranges on Vancouver Island, south of Nanaimo, behind Ladysmith, and so on. There's Texada Island up ahead there, and Lasqueti Island and Jedediah to the left. Sunshine Coast, Howe Sound. And there's probably the Queen of Alberni ferry behind me there, and Vancouver. Nice cruisy sail up along Gabriola, just nearing Entrance Island now. The wind has gotten lighter over the course of the hour and a bit I've been going along here, but still keeping the sails full despite the pretty big chop. Anchors along at 3.5, 4 knots after a pretty nice 6 knot start there, pretty steady for about 45 minutes. But yeah, hopefully around the corner here there'll still be lots of wind. I think the current's against me now. I'm still doing 4 knots, so yeah, I can live with that. All good. Here's a tug towing a bunch of milled lumber, presumably cut up in Nanaimo, producing local jobs. Much nicer to see than the raw logs that go off in the raw log carriers off to overseas, where they get cut up there and then sold back to us. That's nice to see. Here's Entrance Island. You can see the wind turbines spinning away, and there's a solar array there as well. They've largely or completely shut off their generators as far as I know, which is wonderful news. There was generators running on these islands and all these lighthouses all over the coast for decades and decades and decades, and now it's just they're being all turned into renewable energies. Not only will it save a whole bunch of money, obviously a lot better for the earth, a lot nicer for the lighthouse keepers, I'm betting, as well, not having to hear the din of a generator and having to maintain it a lot less. It's great. So this concludes my extended weekend where I worked aboard for 2 days after the weekend was over, and then carried on sailing from Silva Bay here to Nanaimo Harbor, where I'm anchored, and I'm house sitting on an adjacent island. So I'm going to enjoy that and take people out sailing during the week, and then actually going to go back to Dogfish Bay next week with some friends. So yeah, looking forward to that.